There we go, Wednesday. I must say, it's been a bit of a challenge to get everything sorted out today because system upgrades. So, first thing that I need to ask you is, do you hear us properly? Hopefully the echo will be gone, so when I bring the boys back in, hopefully that means that you can hear them all and without echo. And again, we apologize because there's load shedding in places and it does affect our signal, so if we start stuttering, you know why. Welcome to the show. What a busy week we had this previous week. We started Thursday League at Killarney and then we went to Parkview straight after that, and sure, what a good 2 days of golf it was. And then we go to Killarney, and I have a very special guest with me, and that is the GM at Killarney, because who's going to know more and can guide the Ducks through? They're our very own Jason Dedicant. So let me get everybody on. Hello, everybody there. So let's start in order. Each say a sentence so the boys at home can hear, and hopefully everything goes okay. Donnie, you go.
All right. How's it, fellow Ducks? Glad to be on the show, and hope everybody had a good week.
Oh, I can hear Donnie, but he's a bit frozen. Lukey, the champion from Wingate, and I can tell you one thing, a great round at Parkview. So it's no surprise that you would be leading the players of the season rankings up to now with your top 10 finish at Parkview as well. How are you doing? Thanks for joining.
Hi, Maz. Thank you for the invite. It's nice to have a new start and playing golf. It's lekker.
Lekker. And then at the bottom, Jason Dedicant. Hello, Jason. Thank you for joining us to talk about Killarney. We've got a little special feature coming up a bit later in the show as we took on Killarney for a bit of a challenge. Jay, how are you doing?
Well, fun. Hello, Ducks. Hello, guys. Looking forward to hosting you on Sunday. Course is great. Obviously need a bit of rain, but we've got loud music there on Sunday just for you. Hopefully some beers will be consumed.
Great. Okay. Well, from what I can see, thank you, Werner, for saying the sound sounds much better. So, yeah, that worked at least. And now we just need the signal from everybody's house to play along. Okay. I promise we're going to try not to be over an hour this week. So we're going to get through things and we're going to jump straight into it. And the first thing I want to talk about, gentlemen, how good is Jon Rahm? If we have looked at what he is doing on the PGA Tour, he just keeps on winning. Donnie, how good is this man?
Yeah, no, well, definitely. He's been one of the best players in the world for the last couple of years. So it's nice to see him hitting a couple of good shots and everything down there. And yeah, I think he's very happy that Live Golf came onto the scene because his paychecks got bigger.
I'm sure it did. Just have a look at this graphic that you might have seen circling the social media waves. 18 wins in 150 events as a pro, second all-time Tiger. Top 3 finishes, 38. Top 10 finishes, 81. Top 5 finishes, 54. That is an unbelievable record. Jeez, is this the new Tiger Woods now that he's finally hitting his straps?
I won't say that. He's still got a lot of majors to go, but yeah, definitely one of the cream of the crop now.
He definitely is. I've got another page that I'm going to quickly show you if you haven't seen it. This is to do with his handicap average at the moment. So it says official plus 10.1, adjusted for tour difficulty, about plus 11.5 to plus 12. If a five index played Rom at La Quinta from the tips, Rom would need to give him 20 shots, and it's still not enough. That is ridiculous. Boys, Lukey, what would it like to be a plus 10?
Well, I can definitely tell you that, Maz. I've got no ambition or any idea of how that would feel. But what I can tell you is it's very inspirational. I think John Rahm is just a nice all-round guy. He's someone we can all relate to. He's not the typical American, loud and all over the place. So yeah, I'm just happy for him, and I really enjoy watching him play.
Unbelievable. How he goes about his business, listening to him afterwards. Jason, what do you think?
Yeah, I think he's. It's good to see his putter work. That's been his Achilles since he swapped sort of allegiance in terms of clubs and that. It's also good since Live Golf has come along, and Darnie highlighted that the Spaniards have got somebody else to cheer on, because obviously Sergio was the golden boy. Now the guys will be firmly in the camp of John Rahm. So it's good to see one of the nice guys winning. You don't need all that cash all the time, but he will take all the notches up of the wins rather than the cash itself, which is testament to what golf's about.
Well, let's see how the rest of the season goes for him. Will he win majors? I'm sure he will. He'll be there. Why not, if he's playing so well currently? I want to see, and then the other thing I wanted to show you, I know we showed you a tip 2 weeks ago, and the tip 2 weeks ago was with a little doggy. Now, here's another tip I found, and I also thought this was pretty good. How to use household products to improve your swing. Check this out.
Toilet paper roll. You gotta tape it. I took it right off the rack so the toilet paper doesn't go flying. Shove it on. This is brilliant. I saw this on TikTok and I was like, I love TikTok for exactly this moment in time. You have a fancy gadget that you pay blah 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 for, or you can have the toilet paper roll. Turn, let it drop. Turn the feet, turn the hips, hang on to it. Don't let the toilet paper roll drop, sister. And then as you turn, release it, and it finally drops. So I'm going to show you from this side. Booty out, turn, stop at the L, step on the gas, turn the hips, hang on to that roll, and release it. Woo! Tip brought to you by La Toilet Paper Roll. Early release, work on that.
How good's that, gentlemen?
Very cool. I'm going to try it for the show.
I think I'm going to try it as
If it
well.
was so eeasy, I would have done it.
It looks so simple. And yeah,
I can,
Use a bucket.
Jason, can we please put some cameras on your range? I just want to take a photo of how many oaks are standing on the range of toilet papers on the clubs.
I actually
No,
think
100%. I'll supply the toilet paper, no problem.
we should do something on Sunday with the toilet paper and do our very own one and see how that comes together. I think it could be very, very
keep
interesting.
one
But I can see a couple of guys going to try that little drill, to be honest.
You actually almost want to take a photo of like sort of ducks in a row, and then they start from the front, and then it like flows onto the line.
If people who didn't watch a show is standing on the driving range watching everybody the toilet paper, they're going to think that they had some crazy vindaloo the night before, and they have to carry it around with them.
I think some of my members might think it's a bit strange.
Yeah, look at these Duckhook oaks with their toilet rolls. Okay, boys.
Just try and keep the roll, please.
Yeah.
You'll be from there on out, Maz, you guys will be known as the toilet.
Toilet ducks. Very good, very good. Oh, okay, it's happening all here. Yes, Luki, did you say one for Yaku? Is that what you said?
Yes, we have to keep one for Yaku. I know he's got a shortage of rolls.
Oh, there'll be plenty. Yeah, okay, Jason, you can supply it and we'll do it. Right.
Lukey, we'll keep an extra one if he plays Glen.
We all know that Killarney is coming up, but the bookings are open for February, everyone. Let's just remind you what's happening in February. Well, we started Sunday Series 1 at Machani's Park. It's always a nice outing and something to look forward to in the season, and it's normally in the beginning of the season. Well, it always is in the beginning of the season. And here we go, the 12th of February. We're starting a bit later this time, 9:20, and we go up. I think the last tee off goes off at 1 o'clock. It is a 1 tee start, so if you didn't see, and it's normally a 1 tee start. So basically, the first guys who book in the first tee, and then the first guys who book in the 10th tee, then it will go first, 10th, first, 10th, first, 10th. So book your spots, get in early, get your times in. Thursday series, we return to Observatory, which will be a nice challenge on the 16th of February from 7 o'clock for the Thursday series. And then Sunday series 2, we go to Benoni Lakes. Last year we played it at the end of September, so it will be nice to see what it looks like. This time around, in February, it probably is going to be it's probably going to be a different golf course. So if you haven't booked your spots, yes, please do that. It fills up quickly, and especially for the members, get your spots in there so that you don't lose out to the guys who are guests. One day we'll get to a point where it will have to be members booking first and then the guests, but everything needs to be upgraded when it comes to that. Okay, let's go straight to Wingate and get Lukey on board. This was the top 10. This is how it all finished on a beautiful day. Lukey coming in with 3 others at 2 under 38 points. Lukey Janssen taking the count back, and I think he will attest to it that he was lucky in the end to take this one. Brian Knutzer, Mark Borrachero had a chance, but unfortunately lost his ball on the 18th, so it resulted in a bogey. Edward Coetzee, a good round from him. Kevin O is there. Jean-Ray de Tour, the Thursday League champion from last year, 6, and 3 guys tied 7 on +2, and myself, plus a top 10 finish for a change. Okay, let's get you nice and big here, Lukey, so everybody can see you. Hello, Lukey. Hi. Tell us, I played with you, unassuming, made a couple of putts, and that's all it needed to get in position where you were.
Yes, Maz. I think usually most of the boys, they go away over December, and I usually stay home, so I played a lot of golf, and I think that's why I started the year off quite nice. I started walking again, so I really didn't have high expectations, and as the round progressed during the day, nothing special, just kept the round going, made a few long putts, and when I looked at the leaderboard 2 or 3 holes out, so I saw I was in it. Obviously, the scoreboard pressure caught me, and I proceeded to fluff it on the last hole, make a bogey. But it was luckily enough to pull it through at the end.
Wasn't just the last hole. The stroke 117th didn't do you any favors as well. If I remember, the second shot, you were in the middle of the fairway, and the second shot went into the trees, and then you struggled to get it out from there. Made it.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, I think I really had a good driver, and it was just one of those, scenarios where you start looking at the scoreboard and all of a sudden, and that's the thing, you can't explain it to someone until you start following the scoreboard, but it really does add pressure to the shots. And the perfect lie for my second into the green, stroke 1, and I just shanked it into the trees and had to try and scramble for a point.
Last things, we had a nice 4-ball. Carl was with us and Grant was with us. Grant had a bit of a nightmare. I played okay. Carl also was up there in the beginning, the first 9 holes. And I think we kind of egged each other on to get to that point. It's always nice being in a 4-ball where we're trying to get somebody over the line, right?
Yes, I think our whole 4-ball gelled nicely. We had lots of laughs and just a casual walk on the course. 4 mates just playing a social round, and that's what Duckhook's about. So it was really a fun day, and when few guys had a few good rounds or holes in between, and we just started to gel and mesh, and put a good round.
Fantastic. We'll get back to you because Parkview, you also did well. I want to find out your thoughts, but Donnie Barrent, I wanted to show everybody his scorecard. He came also with 2 under, but he was playing off a 1 handicap. What a good round of golf. If you skim your eyes through that, a 35 on the front 9 and a 36 on the back 9. That's great golf.
Yeah, Barrent's always a consistent. He always can play sort of like for between a +1 handicap and like a 2-3. So it's really good to see. It's like his game also. Getting up there is almost like leaving or starting where he left off last year. But it's good to see. It's like the back 9, now a couple of those pars, he had birdie chances that just missed. So, it's like well done to him, to shoot 1 dip on the back 9. But almost a flawless scorecard there.
And a great eagle on the 18th. Making an eagle on the 18th is quite a feat, if you ask me.
Yeah. He said to me, I think he hit it like a foot from the hole, and obviously just the putt. So it was,
Sure.
I think he hit a 7-iron or 6-iron in as well. So it was a proper good good hole that he played.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. Okay, let's go through the rest of what happened at Wingate. I'm going to show you what the pin winners were. This is it. Par 3 8th was Fricky Stain winning the Golferade case of Golferade. So that will keep him busy and hydrated for a few weeks, if not months. Then Guy Steele won the closest in 2 on the par 4 9th. He's already spoken to Donnie to set up a swing analysis because he wants probably new clubs, which is a great thing. Remember, Golf Concepts is the go-to place, and Donnie will sort you out. Then new to the Duckhook Tour, Joe Manamela, he joined us and had a good day. Put it really, really close on the par 3 16th to win himself a Strixon towel. Right, then there was a matter of the 4-ball alliance that also features on the side game. The 4-ball alliance this time round was Kevin O, Simon Mayer, Cornell Erasmus, and Kero O'Connell. There's a 4-ball for you. They came in on 89 points, minus 17. Look at that, on the 9th, an 8-pointer, people.
Sheesh. There must have been 2 birdies on hole number 9 with strokes on there.
Ridiculous.
That is good going, if you ask me. Right, if you wanted to know what the rest of the boys did, Wayne, Dewald, Edward, and Morris came in second on 13. So they were 4 shots or points back from the leaders. Then look at us, Lukey. We came in 3rd. We thought we were going well at one stage, but sure, we got hammered in the end.
Yeah, it was. I think we just didn't click on the same holes. We didn't dovetail nicely.
Yeah, I agree. We didn't dovetail quite nicely. Fricky Stain, Paul Vickery, Tyrone Vickus, Alberts, Mark Barjoe, Dean Sherman, Guy Steele, Tyrone Petty in 5th, and Tyrone played off a scratch, so he didn't contribute nothing. So well done to that team. And 5th, as you can see, and 7th, as you can see. So well done to everybody there. Okay, so obviously, if we look at it, round 1, the top 10 make up the top 10 of Thursday series. This is what the Thursday series look like. It is that top 10. What I thought I'd try add this time around is the little bubbles. If you look at the bottom, it says there 1, 1, 1, 1, if you squint your eyes. And I'm going to try to keep that updated so you can see through the season where you are positioned after every month. So in February, if Lukey drops to 2nd, then there'll be a little 2 then. If he goes back to 1, then there'll be a 1 there. And then we can keep track of how everybody does. See how that goes.
That's not.
Something different. Say, right. Then, so that is Wingate. So the next one is Observatory. And then we're back in for Thursday series action. Then we move to Parkview. What did we think of Parkview? Great day. 88 players teed it up, and there were still guys looking for spots. We all know the greens were a little on the slow side. Nothing wrong with them. Not bumpy or bad, but a little on the slow side. But Lukey, you like the greens. Another top 10 finish for you.
Yes, I did enjoy the greens, Maz. I enjoy Parkview overall. It's a nice track. It's not very forgiving if you're under the trees, which does make it hard for some guys. But I felt it's always in good nick. You can go over any time of the year. And yeah, luckily the the greens being so slow favored me, so it was fine.
Great. I didn't even see you on the day. Who did you play with?
Yes, sure. I'm trying to think now. I think I played with. I can't even remember. I don't know.
You
Can't remember.
So we'll say randoms, shall we say?
Put the pressure.
Oh, it was Eddie Ivans and Jason Ivans and Tony Bonagero. Yes.
That's right.
So I played with all toppies, and I think that also it calms you down and you try and play within yourself.
Okay, great. Let's have a look at the top 10 quickly. This is how it all finished. Another 4 boys finishing on 4 under 40 points. Alan Lowe taking it on the count back. Also made it difficult for himself, hitting his drive on the ball into the water, but managing to scramble the bogey to finish on -4 and take the victory, earning himself 1,000 credits. Brian Owen right there. Sure, he's got so close. He's really, really up there the whole day. I thought for a stage that he was going to take it. Hanno Oosthuizen, -4. That's a great round considering his handicap. Vaughan Williams, Louis Jensen. Well done, Louis. Tied 5th, 2 under. There you are, Lukey. So you were 2 under. I thought you were 1 under. Clint Broders, Fricky Stain, Rudolph. Great round, Rudolph. You did that's anybody will take 37 points. And Billy Hall on even. Nice. Let's have a look at Alan's scorecard while we're at it. I want to have a look, and so everybody can see how he went. He shot 38 on the front 9, including 1 double on the second, 2 bogeys, and a birdie on the 6th hole, the short 6th hole. Then on the back, 3 bogeys and a birdie to make 20 points on either side. Nice. We got Brian's scorecard as well, because, as I mentioned, he was right up there. Unfortunately, for the 17th, you see there's a 7-0. That 7-0 pretty much cost him the tournament, or the victory, because if he made 1 point there, it was a whole different story. Sorry, Brian, I think he was a bit gutted at the end, but it's going to motivate you even further. I say often in Duckhook competitions, just to win one of these things is a mission. To be in contention and tie is heartbreaking, because to get back into that position is another, you really, really have to work hard. Then, Donnie, look at this character, Hanu. How good a round of golf is this? Take us through this.
Yeah, so quite a good front nine there. It's like 3 birdies, 3 drops, unfortunately. And I think he'll be kicking himself, especially for that drop on the first hole, which is an easy par 5. But yeah, the back 9 was 3 dip for 8 holes. That's stunning golf. And unfortunately, you have to spare a thought for him. He stood on the tee box and he saw that Vaughan was on -7, and I think there was like maybe a error on the system, and he thought, well, it's like instead of taking a 5 wood off the tee box to play short of the bunkers, he took driver and obviously mishit it and made a drop from there. So I think if Vaughan's scores was also correct on that stage, he would have played it differently, because I think he was on -5 standing on the last tee box.
Sure, got to keep it in consideration. Yeah. Unlucky also for Hanu. But we got a video from Bobby, because he was playing with Hanu, and Hanu eagled the 16th. So let's have a look at that moment.
This is Hanu's eagle putt. 3rd green he drove today. That man. Ooh, hoe voel dit dan nou?
Easiest eagle you'll ever make. Jay, we will never, unfortunately, be in a position to drive greens like some of these big boys do. Have you reached the 16th at Parkview in one?
16th? No.
As you come over the road after playing the par 3, it's that 16th. But it's a great shot, because you really have to thread it. There's not much there's not space to get it in there. There's trees on the left, trees on the right, a bunker just before. So you've pretty much got to have the luck of the lay of the land, getting it there, unless you're flying it and leaving a massive divot mark. Donnie,
I think you've got to have the right shape there, Mazzy. If you hit it low, you've got a slinging cut. If you hit it high, you can just bomb it as far as you can. Obviously, I know James Searson is the expert at Parkview. I think he's come close to a couple of hole-in-ones there too. He's moved to Pearl Valley. Good luck to him. But I think the closest I've been is about 30 or 40 out for my little pop gun. But not Parkview, one of my favorite courses. Obviously, one of our biggest competitors around here. But I love the place. I love the thinking man sports, and well done to the winners. The group, we said Ryan needs to sort out a few fines, but I think if that was the case on the last, I think there's a few oaks that need to take a few left-handed beer downs for incorrect scoring or handicap.
The one suggestion that I can make is, gents, in the future, if you know you're playing off the wrong handicap, let us know sooner than later, so that we can fix it immediately, so everybody knows what's happening. It doesn't help getting into the clubhouse and then waiting for everybody to finish and say, hey, Ryan, the handicap's incorrect, because that also doesn't help. So let's be proactive. Donnie, did you reach the green?
I was in the green side bunker on the left, so pinna, but unfortunately mine took a little bit of a bad bounce, but still made birdie. So yeah.
Nice. Donnie, what do they call pinna in Afrikaans? I can't on the show, but just have a think.
Ons wys net links en sê net ver.
Donnie, while I got you on the big screen, you played with Billy and you took a video because he also made an eagle. I'm going to show you and then you can describe it for me.
All right, so we can see the hole, and there we go. Billy, tell the fellow ducks what you putting for.
The eagle gaat 16 290 meter van die bof af op die green gedryf. Ek moes bietjie afhou want ek sou oorgeslaan het as ek hom by mekaar gemaak het. Kyk of die eagle kan val.
Good luck. Gaan jy 'n plaas ek hierso is?
Sit hom in my ding. Yes.
Oh! Hey!
Well done.
Back door. Thanks for the videos, boys.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, it was like shame. It's like he was standing there and he was like so excited because he hit the green. He had actually a very good shot of the tee box there, and he said to himself, like, just don't miss it or don't leave it short. And yeah, as you saw, it's like just got in the left-hand side door there. But yeah, no, it's still a nice feeling to have for eagle on ball.
100%. I'm still waiting for one of those. That is for sure. Not even close. I'm sure you've got eagles.
I've got a
Got a couple. Let's look at the pins that happened at Parkview. We had quite a few there. It was out on the course. This is what they looked like. It was the par 3, what's it, third golf raid. David Sinclair was my playing partner. He hit it close and is the winner of the par 3 close in to the pin. Then Hunter took 2 of them, the par 3 fifth, close to the strings and towel, and then another voucher with you, Donnie. So I don't know how you're going to entertain him. You might have to entertain him without having golf involved.
maybe just maybe do a bra.
Oh, I was going to say, this is a family show. Please be careful what you say. And then our first of the Aerostone whiskies was given away on the par 3 15th, and that went to Paulo Saliviero, who joined Clint Britters. So nice to see the boys. And as you can see, I need some pictures of you guys, simply because Paulo is new and David doesn't really stick around. So I don't get the opportunity to get a picture. Then let's move to the Four-Ball Alliance. Let's just remind you that Sunday Series 1 Four-Ball Alliance is sponsored by Killarney. Thank you, Jason. So each player gets a voucher to play at Killarney. T's and C's apply. And yes, it's not a 4-ball per player. I did get the question. I was like, yo, guy. Jason isn't that kind to give a 4-ball per player for the whole series. Might be fired.
Not yet.
Not yet. One day when you have your way.
Yeah, one day when I'm big.
One day when you're big.
Never gonna happen.
So let's have a look at actually who won the Four-Ball Alliance at the end of the day. It is coming, I promise. It was Adam Ford, Alan Lowe, the winner, Gerard Snyman, and Peter Zakario. 90 points. There we go. A lot of 6-pointers there. It looks like they were dovetailing quite nicely. Only one little stumble on the par 3 15th, where they only managed to get 3 points. But at the end, it was enough. And if you wonder what the rest of the Four-Ball Alliance scores look like, well, this is what they look like. Second place was coming in on 17, only one shot back. That went to Rudolph, Juanita, Wayne, and Louis. Well played, gentlemen and lady. Ryan, Ian, Van Martin, they're playing behind me, 16 points. So there it is. It was quite close in the end. Just scrolling my eyes through this, there's an 8-pointer there again for team Swanepoel, Henrit, Mundley, and Brian. Oh, sure, that's proper. What hole would that be? The 14th, the par 5, one of the par 5s. That is proper. Proper golf. Right. So, how does it all look now after one round? Well, the top 10 is the top 10. And this is what it looks like. And a low, 40 points. Tied first with Brian. Tied first with Hanu. Tied first with Vaughan Williams. There we go, Louis. Take a picture quickly. And let's see if you can stay in this top 10 to the end of the season and make the shootout team. Lukey in another slide. Lukey's going to pull a Donnie this year. And he's probably going to be in most of the top of these top 10 slides, because he's in 3 and we haven't even played Sunday Series 2. I don't know if you're in the field for that one. Clint Bredders, Fricky Stein, Rudolph, and Billy Hall. Lukey, are you in the field? Remind me, for Machalis?
I'm unfortunately not. No, I'm attending a doop. I don't know what you call it in English.
Okay, baptism.
Baptism.
That's it. You see, Afrikaans is not so.
It's a hard one to get out of.
I would imagine. I don't think they'll be very impressed people, especially if it's your own child.
Yeah. Or yourself.
Or yourself. You know, please hold. You could just do a FaceTime, can't you? Put up a piece. I'm sure they will.
I might do it.
Carry your device.
All right, let's take a quick. Okay, then, gentlemen, the squad challenge is officially up and running. And good news is we have a sponsor that's come on board. Thank you to Jaco Jacobs for arranging it for us. And the sponsor is, here we go. It is Hascue Brakes, which, what do? They service brakes and clutches and minor services. They've come on board and they've sponsored 1,500 credits for each player in the winning teams. So that's a nice something to take away at the end of it all. So if you please, we always support our sponsors. So, and they're based in Centurion. So if ever you need anything done with your brakes, they are the brake specialists. You can contact them for the one-stop solution for brakes and clutch issues. So this is what it looks like. The ringers, Werner, Martin, Sarel, Hanu, are 105 points. Remember, the worst score falls out of the four. Then for us, Hazard Q, Destroyers, Jaco, Jan, myself, and Brian are 102. I think Lone Wolves, Graham, Kevin O, Ryan Jensen, Louis Oosthuizen is 100. So it is tight. Fusrand, Frikkie, and if you're wondering why Frikkie's not on the show, well, I can tell you, because he came outside the top 40, and we don't like losers on the show anymore. So he's going to have to up his game. Gerard Sneeman, Hansi Haman, Ashley Herman got 97. Ian, Barent, Grant, and Gerard applied their trade on the Thursday series with 94 points. Mitchell, Kyle, Ricky, and Donna, 90. So if you're still in it, there are some teams that need to get their names on the board. If you are watching and you're somebody who can't really commit anymore, let us know so we can replace you ASAP. Okay? So that squad challenge is up and running, Donnie.
Yeah, it's. I think it's going to be interesting to the winner going to be at the end of the year. But it's something exciting, something new.
Something different. We have, remember, you got to play 11 events and it's not selected. It's when the 11 that you are in. So, let's get it done. Okay, Killarney time. This Sunday, everybody. We've got Jason here, so let me put him nice and big because I want to take you through some of the info for Killarney, and then Jason will let us know what to expect. Here we go, the info for Killarney. It is currently ranked, and this is from the latest ranking, so last year. Is this going to come at some stage? Let's just see if this is. I didn't actually click the button. It might help. Click.
51.
Click. Here it is. National ranking 53. First club to have bent grass greens in South Africa back in 1970. Did you know that?
Nope.
Now you know. Mark McNulty won two Sunshine Tour event titles at Killarney, 16 years apart, and Dennis Watson had a 61. So, Jason, take us through it. What can we expect at Killarney?
Okay, cool. Just a bit of trivia to add to that. Gary Player is one of our stalwarts coming out of Killarney. The story goes that actually some of the members chipped in and helped him start his golfing career. Mr. Player is a regular at the course. He plays once at least with the guys, and it's always a privilege to see him walk our fairway. So just one of South Africa's, when you say love him or hate him, a lot of people have got different opinions about Mr. Player, but you can't take away what he brought to South African golf. And Killarney's also very proud to have him as one of the guys that have represented us in the past. So, we've also brought on so many great amateur players. Ryan Dre, I think, was club champion 12 times, and he's moved to Malta, but's come back and won numerous mid-amateur titles. So there's a lot of history at Killarney, and I'm very proud to be part of the team there, part of the furniture, and just very quickly to the Ducks that came and supported, particularly over December, October, November, December. You know who you were, Maz, Lukey, you were both there. Peter Zach was there. A lot of the guys were there. I really appreciate the support, guys, and hopefully we can go from strength to strength. Killarney can get more involved with Duckhook golf because I might not be always around from a golf perspective, but I'm a loyal supporter of this brand.
Fantastic, and that is much appreciated. I've got something for you. Gerard Sneeman says, Jason, sir, I have a golf magazine which you're in. We'll bring it for you. Do you know of what golf magazine he's talking about?
Complete Golfer. They do a Meet the Pro edition, Maz, and Complete Golfer actually featured me as meet the GM, meet the pro in their December edition. Obviously with my ties with Complete Golfer for the last year, they felt it's quite nice to sort of kickstart my career, and I also say thank you to them. Paul Stubbs and the guys there have been great. But yeah, enough about that. Let's talk about the golf on Sunday. Course is in immaculate condition, guys. We did virtue draining for January, so we haven't hollow town, we haven't done anything. Greens are great. The only thing we're worried about is obviously a bit about the weather with the no rain scenario. The course is not as green today as I'd like it to be for you guys to arrive on Sunday. But having said that, Keeper is probably one of the most passionate guys you'll ever meet. And, blade that's not in the right place, he gets maul. So hopefully on Sunday, when you get the time you arrive at the bag drop to the time you tee off, you'll have a good experience. I can promise you the beers will be cold afterwards.
You should have waiters at the putting green so they can come, because that's where everybody's going to hang around and take orders.
Well, I'm thinking about putting a fridge in the pro shop, or just outside in the registration area next to your registration table. I'm sure I'm sure you guys wouldn't mind that.
Well, we don't really have a registration table, so that gazebo thing, you should put something there. Put somebody who can dish out some cold ones with a card machine.
Perfect. Good idea.
But Jason is a great host. I saw he's got a special event there with an acoustic set afterwards as well, which is quite cool. And when we were playing in December, he really goes the extra mile to try and make it nice for the Duckhook boys. So yeah, it's a beautiful course, and it's in great.
I'm looking forward to the live music. What time does he start, Jay? Is he going to be still going when we come in?
No, well, I think he might enjoy him at high. I think that might be it. You just go for a little jam on the acoustic guitar just during halfway. Starting at 1, we're just giving it a try, trying something different. Obviously, we're not talking golf right now, but we're trying to convert our soccer bar into a gin bar, bring through a bit of different sort of ambience to the club. Rand Park, a lot of the other clubs, Royal Joburg, I can name a few, that extra mile to attract a different audience. So, perspective, never want to reinvent the wheel. You've got a lot of great ideas out there and attractions, and hopefully the guys come on Sunday. But make no mistake, from a Duckhook perspective, and that's my focus on Sunday. We've also got actually a better ball league in the morning with Killarney versus one or two other clubs. So it's going to be a festive day. It's going to be a good day, and I'm going to be there most of the day. So yeah, I'll make a plan and put some beers on the first and 10th tee boxes. I think that's a idea. Mm-hmm. We've also got beers or whatever you want, refreshments. Let's just call it that, on holes 14 and between the 4th and the 6th sort of walkway.
Awesome. I just want to remind people that think about it. The halfway, please hurry at halfway. Get your orders in, get the food in. Jade, can you do like a grab and go scenario where they don't have too much choice?
Email me tomorrow with what you want, like sandwiches, bagels, baguettes, or something like that. I'll do that for you, no problem.
That'd be great. Just looking at Parkview, there was a couple of 4 balls, Daniel, to test, because we were sitting and staring at each other for a bit, where it does take a while for the guys to order, get made, sit down, and as we know, in these type of tournaments, we really don't have the time. We really got to push so we can get everybody in and into the bar, listening to the music, having gin tasting and having beers and supporting the bar. Correct.
100%. And just enjoying each other's company. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's about, guys. Duckhook wasn't formed just to, be a golfing fraternity. You're a brotherhood, and or we're a brotherhood, and it'll be awesome to have a beer with you in the afternoon.
There's 2 more thoughts that I have on this one. Is there's a lot of us who like brandy specials. I don't know if you do brandy specials, but you might want to consider that.
Sunday.
Done. Sure, this is nice.
There we go.
I think we should just play Killarney all the time. And
you got to listen to your target market. Listen to the audience that's coming there. And like I said, you've supported me, so I'll support you. There will be a brandy special on Sunday. I'll get my F&B manager to sort it out. I think by the time the guys have enjoyed the course, they're going to need something cold. I think that I've got the pin placements for you, Mares, too, but I haven't got exact, front, back, middle. So the guys, I'll send it to you so the guys can have a think beforehand.
Okay.
And strategy. Obviously, from a golf perspective, I think the critical you play at Killarney are 1, 9, 10, and 18. I think those, if you can score at least 10 points on those, then you'll have a chance of a decent round. Those are your sort of holes that you can really falter on. Obviously, the first, not that tough a hole, but it all depends on the team. If you're like me, who hits it low and left off the first, then you know. But there's a couple of good scoring holes. Obviously, the second hole, we've had a problem with the fairway. We tried it out, but it's a nice little bunt for one and 9-9 and wedge. And so there's scoring holes. So for me, up front now, the guys need to focus on holes number 2, holes number 5, hole number 6 and 8 from a scoring perspective to really try and bolster, try and take advantage of the length of the holes and the shape of the holes. Number 8, you can take it a lot more right than you think. I think a lot of guys, particularly with the draw shape, tend to take it a little bit too straight because it's quite intimidating. But Mazza, you need to take it further left because based on your tee shot in our challenge, a little bit further left, you would have been perfect. And then on the back nine, respect 10, respect 11, respect 12. I think respect the first couple of holes there, but I think from 14, 15, 16, 17, those are holes you can attack and really get at. I've only played there a couple of times, guys, and obviously I've driven the course a few times now, trying to getting back into golf because obviously the last few years hasn't really been where I've been, but the bug is biting, the bug is really there. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Michali's again to have a game with you. Those are the holes for me are critical. I'll send the pin positions to Maz. He can drop it on the group in terms of, front, middle, back, just so that there's a little bit. We're not going to set the tee boxes too far back, and we don't want to kill your oaks, but bear in mind there is league that day, so maybe we will.
100%. I've got the challenge that I'm going to show now. It's a little bit of a 4-minute breather for us.
It's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
It's giving it away already. What I wanted to say is you mentioned you don't want to reinvent the wheel. My own personal thing with the whole Duckhook thing was I didn't want to reinvent the wheel when it came to Duckhook because there's so many social golf leagues. The only thing you can really do is make the wheel better.
Correct.
Make it better.
Learn and grow. That's all it is. It's marketing 101. I mean, coming from sports betting, everybody's what must I do to be the best brand? I just said copy Hollywood. I mean, with respect, and they probably 60 to 70 of the market share right now, and one only has to look at what they're doing in the market right now. So yeah, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just got to make it more round, make it rounder. What would Fricky say?
More grooves. Okay, I'm going to play this challenge. So enjoy this challenge, and then we'll be back to wrap it up. Yes, we had Killarney Country Club, normally starting out our Sunday series in the beginning of a year, and we're here because A, it's a practice round for the first Sunday 2 event, and B, General Manager Jason Dedekind gave me a call and said, seeing that you guys are coming to play here, let's do a bit of a challenge, Duckhook versus Killarney, as we feature this magnificent golf course here in Johannesburg.
Thanks very much for accepting the invitation. Obviously you guys got your first league game of the Sunday League season on the 29th of Jan here. So we thought it'd be nice for Mike Morgadelli and myself, the club captain, to take you and Quibus on, obviously representing Duckhook. All you can really expect out there is a decent golf course, quality facilities, and for your asses to be kicked.
We're doing the toss here, see who's going to the honors.
Let's see, guys.
Jason, hole 3. This is for the half. He has to sink it, otherwise I've won it. See what happens. 2 up. Played 6 holes. How many have we won?
We're 2 up at the moment. We're actually 3. I forgot about your 3 for 3. Sorry.
Just won this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Brilliant tee shots.
Well, I think it's a general consensus at Killarney is it's not a long course. It's a thinking man's golf course. Obviously, there's certain places you don't want to hit it. For me, the guys must just think about keeping driver in the bag. hitting the hybrids, hitting the 3 woods. Like I said, it's not a long course. I think the critical thing is where you leave yourself off the tee. Have a look at the pin positions, have a look where you need to be. It's not one of those courses where you get up and smash. It's a course that strategically the longer hitters can still score well, but this course gives the shorter guys, like myself, an opportunity to also get those numbers going.
What a shot!
Yeah, that's not too bad. Quarters 3 up after 9 holes. I think we're playing okay. Absolutely. 12th hole. If you don't know this hole's tucked right against the freeway. M1. So try avoid hitting it in there because it's. After a long run where the Duck boys were leading, the boys from Killarney finally got one back. Nice birdie there on the 12th. Talk us through it.
Yeah, I had a 2 off the tee box, wedge to about a foot. So as I told the guys, as a fisherman, as you can see my hat, got to cast the line far and reel them in. So the reel begins.
If you're wondering, that is Jason buying us drinks at the bar for losing. Sorry that I didn't show the winning putt. We were so in it, so when I edited it, I was like, where the hell is the winning putt? Bloody hell, what an amateur mistake that is. Anyway, 3 and 2 winners. It was a great round. Thanks for the invite. As you can see from the video, the course looks fantastic. I've got a lot of comments that's come through, and I will get to that shortly, very, very shortly. The pins for Killarney coming up. Will we have another hole-in-one? The last time we were there, Cornell Erasmus hit a hole-in-one on the 5th. Did you know that, Jason?
No, I didn't. That's awesome. Well done, Cornell. We actually had a hole-in-one last Thursday too, on the 17th. Guy, I remember, hit a punch 6-iron, 172, Pagati.
Nice. Donnie, take us through this. You know this, do you?
Yeah, well, we can see the hole number 8. It's like par 3. It's like a nice little. It's a shortish par 3, if I can say, like 150 odd, but tough green to hit. Then we've got hole number 16, also par 3. I think that for me is definitely one of the most difficult par 3s on the course. It's playing downhill. Club selection is pretty good. It will need to be good on the day. And then last hole number 18. It's a proper finish. If you're not on the right spot there, it's like you have to bail out on the right. So, yeah, Concepts Voucher, we're sponsoring hole number 18 there. So, yeah.
If you're not on the right side of the fairway, you're not getting closer than 2. That is for sure.
Yeah.
Lukey,
I might call a false there. I might call a false.
Lukey, when you played there with us, how did you play the 18?
I don't think my 8's on the par 3.
Ah, sorry.
No, but it says 8. You're reading it right, Donnie. I'm just checking. I might call a false.
Q Lukey.
When we were playing Killarney, 18, I think I bailed out in the sand just next to the green. So yeah, I didn't reach it. Didn't reach it in 2.
Okay. You're not going to win closest in 2 that way, but you can try this time around.
You've got to be careful of the swan.
No, you're not playing. Sorry, you're not playing. I keep forgetting. Sorry. Okay, I'm quickly going to take you to the tee sheet currently. This changes all the time. I can tell you that much. Where is it? Yeah, first tee. Here we go. 11:20 spots come available in the front. I know that whoever wants that spot, there's going to be a lot of oaks who want to move to the front. It's going to cost you a beer. I'm putting that right out there. Ben Williams, David, Leon Duplessis, 11:20 off the first. Cyril, Trudeau, Donnie, and Neville. Jay, is it 11:20? That's what I got. I hope it is.
I think it's 11:13. I think that's generally our times, but I'll confirm with you in the morning.
Okay, well, besides that, guys must be ready because we always like to go off a bit earlier. If the field's turned, then we can get going. JP, Donna, Granville, Jomo is back for another one. Can't get enough. Anybody that stands out? I'm trying to look for new players. Richard's got his four-ball there. Jan Venter, Leon Oosthuizen, and Kevin Duckhook is 12:40, closing it off for us. We try not to go past 12:40, otherwise we're going to struggle to get in. Let's have a look at the 10th quickly. Any second now. There we go. Graham de Villiers at Parkview, you came in last. Now you're teeing off first. It's going to be happy with that with Rakesh, Robert, Michael, and Pranay Pandey. Simon, Paul, Ricketts, Peter, Zakaria, and Nicky Van Oort will be second. And as you can see, there's 4 or 5 spots left. I think 2 of them have been filled, so there's probably 3 spots left. Well done, everybody, for getting the 88 guys in there. All I know is Jason's waiting with bated breath to send me an invoice so they can take the money off of us.
You can wait, confirm the number, and then you can sort it out. Don't stress.
Okay, I'm going to put in some comments that I saw coming in. We'll try to reference them before we wrap up the show. Louis Jensen says, first time in the top 10. Can we win the series now? You definitely can. If you carry on going like that, you definitely can. So number 1 goal, make the shootout. That's all. Jaco Jacobs comes on. Thank you for Hasq Brakes for the sponsorship. Thank you, Jaco, for the efforts. And as always, anybody who wants to sponsor, you'll get some mileage out of us. We've got a lot of followers. So they're happy to be aboard. I spoke to Qantas this afternoon, and he's very eager to get going. Rudolph says, sorry, I might have missed it, but when does the team and singles match play start? I'll answer that question very, very shortly. Thanks for the question and the reminder. Wayne said with Donnie's Eagles, my favorite from Donnie Geldenhuys was holding out on the second at Zabula 7th with a wedge. Years ago, that was my first eagle on the par 4 I witnessed. Can you remember that, Donnie?
I do. We actually, it brings back memories. So we used to do a Sunriser golf challenge. So we play Zabula's number 1, 2, and then Skim plays 6, 7, 8, 9. And it was hole number 7, hit a good drive, center fairway, and had a pitching wedge in the hands, and just literally pitched past the flag and spun back in. It was,
Nice. Well done. One of many. Some more comments. Ian says, where'd it go? Here it is. Ian says, lost by countback. This year I will win. That did happen in the Thursday series last year. Reds pipped him on a countback, but Ian did duff his 3rd or 2nd, so it's also your fault. Sorry, Bell. Vickers Alberts, new to Duckhook. He played Thursday series and he's in there. So welcome, Vickers. Hi, Ducks. I'm new and looking forward to meeting you guys in person. Especially the Sunday boys, because the Sunday boys, there's a hell of a lot of them. They're all over the place and they're all there waiting to greet you. Quibus says, and here I sit waiting for the winning putt the whole night. I'm sorry, Quibus. Yes, I was also devastated. I was like, what? On the 18th, Werner says, I'll aim for the electric box again on the 18th. You do that, because the last time you did that, you hit an unbelievable shot from next to that box. Basil, hi Basil, nice to hear from you. An easy par 3, I don't know which one you're referring to. I presume it's the 17th. All right, to wrap up, to come to the teams and the singles. Everybody, the teams and the singles, the draw will be announced next show. So that will be ready after that. And then once that's out there for the teams specifically, then the groups will be made, and then you guys can arrange when you're going to play your matches. I've said many times, you play Thursday league, you need to make a plan to play on the Sunday, because you can't rely just play Thursdays, because 95% of the people are playing Sundays. And we've got a little twist this year for the teams on how we're putting it together. The singles, based on the the people, the amount of people. This always changes based on people on the format. So once Friday finishes, then it's cut off so that the Duckhook boys, the management guys, can get their brains around it and put everything together. So please don't enter after that, because then you're just going to mess things up for us. So I'm not taking any entries. I'll put a reminder on Friday, like this is the last day, so that we have a couple of days to work it out, and then we'll see how it comes. That's it for the show, everybody. Let me just see how much time. 55 minutes. Okay, 30 seconds. Go, Donnie. Say goodbye.
Cheers, guys. See you guys on Sunday.
Lukey, enjoy your baptism.
Thank you, and enjoy the brandy special on Killarney. It's going to be great.
Yes, and I'm going to put the last word for Jason. Do your thing.
Yeah, listen, guys, looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Sport is really going to be great for you guys, and yeah, it'll be good to have a beer with you. So, see you. Check you Sunday, guys.
Fantastic. That's it, everybody. Have a fantastic evening. Practice hard, and we'll see you at Killarney on Sunday.